Blind people shouldn't have problems making music, right? At last, all you need for that are your hands and ears. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles were famous examples who had a long career in music. The fact that they couldn't see didn't stop them. But how do things look like in 2021, the digital era with music software, YouTube, and so forth? Can people with low vision make music on their computer? In this video, I'll give you my personal answer. Hi, this is Svenja, and today I tell you about being a musician and YouTuber with low vision. I'm partially blind myself due to a disease called retinopathia pigmentosa, a genetically determined degenerative disease which causes blindness over the years. Only approximately 3 million people worldwide are affected, and there's no cure at the moment. Due to this disease, my field of view is very small. You can compare the progression of RP to driving through a tunnel backwards, since here you would see the exit as a spot in the middle getting smaller and smaller. In addition to that, I'm getting blinded easily and have problems seeing contrasts. I can still read using my glasses, at least if the font size is big enough. I often get asked how my vision is, but instead of telling you how the world looks like through my eyes, I want to show you which accessibility tools I use to make my videos and to record music. Maybe this will make it easier for you to understand how I see. Since my vision gradually gets worse, I'm constantly facing new problems and have to find solutions to continue my work. You have to learn to not use your eyes, but your sense of touch and your ears instead. When I'm teaching, I can hear which string of the chord my student plays is buzzing and can still see good enough to tell if his or her posture is wrong. And if not, I ask questions so that my student can check his posture himself. When I'm playing guitar myself, I still have to learn to not depend on my vision, since I can see the fret dots worse and worse. But this is mainly a matter of the right mindset, because I know I can play blind. And I often make less mistakes when I do so. Otherwise, also when I'm working on the computer, I often have problems reading, but I recognize shapes, color schemes, and I know where I can find what I'm looking for. This helps me using the operating system and familiar software. But I also use different accessibility tools. For example, I set the overall font size to 170 or 180%, depending on the screen I'm using. This makes work a lot easier for me. I'm also using a big screen with 32 inches, by the way. The overall display of the operating system is set to 150%. Here you can see a comparison between the recommended and this setting. What I appreciate on Windows 10 is, on the one hand, the inverted mouse pointer. This means the pointer gets black in front of a white background and it gets white in front of a black or grey background. On the other hand, there's the inverted screen magnifier I use a lot. The colors don't change automatically depending on the background, and you have to use key shortcuts to do so. But I'm still pretty happy that this function exists. The fact that a lot of software these days use dark themes also make working a lot more pleasant to my eyes. That's the reason why I use Cubase and Shotcut, which is the editing software I used from the beginning of this channel. I just can read white text on black background a lot easier than the other way around. It also helps me to change the proportion of blue in the screen light to not get blinded. I use a really nice tool called Flux to change the light color as I need it. Furthermore, My edge filter glasses lower the proportion of blue and make it easier for me to see contrasts. These tools make it possible for me to work, but there are still some issues, and DAWs and plugins aren't as accessible as they should be, so that everyone can use them. Due to my display settings, program windows get cut off and I can't see important parts or settings. In EasyDrummer, for example, I can't set the tempo and I can't work around this issue by dragging the window smaller with my mouse. This means I have to set the display to a lower setting to set the tempo. That's really annoying. The font size and buttons of this and other plugins are pretty small in general. I managed to use them with the screen magnifier, but I don't know how this will work out in the future. The problem of completely blind people is that screen readers can't read the buttons and faders of several plugins. That's also an issue with the surface of many DAWs. I can't speak from personal experience, but I know that Pro Tools is mainly accessible. Also Reaper, which can be used with the extension Osawa to make it work with screen readers. Up to version 8 of Sonar by Cakewalk, there also was the Cake Talking script to enable the use with screen readers. However, the software now gets monthly updates, which also involve a change of the design. So the developer of the script doesn't continue his work. That's at least what I know up to this point. Isn't it contradictory that the software companies don't want to build in more accessibility tools for people with low vision? I mean, music is obvious for someone who can't see, but here pretty good. I'm really happy that CassMae will show us how she records music using Pro Tools as a blind person.
Hey, I'm CassMae, I'm blind, and today I'm gonna show you how I produce my music and how to record vocal tracks especially. For recording I use my MacBook with Pro Tools and VoiceOver, and also an interface, a condenser microphone and a fader board. And if you want to know how it exactly works, then you can just contact me. Yeah, let's go. We have this beautiful track here. So it will be some kind of mashup. This is the intro. And let's create some vocal track on that.
Track menu 16 items.
So we just choose track.
New ellipsis Command Shift N.
We will create
You
a
are
new
currently
track.
on a button. Tip 1 edit new mono pop up button.
This will be a mono
You are
track.
currently on audio track. Pop menu 6 item ops check mark audio track. Press
So
audio.
it's already an audio track, so we just keep going and we will say create.
It's can create button. Press quick mix Joshua Malik window.
Okay.
Track list shows mix Cass audio 1 audio track. In audio 1 audio track.
So we just interacted with the audio track so that we can work with it.
Sense I slash input output window but out input 1. Audio input path selector input 1
Okay.
pop up button.
Input 1, this is already very good.
Output auto group up center track input monitor but track record enable press track record armed track record.
So we enable the record so that we can record something and I can just hear it also through this microphone, that it's kind of not very delayed, but you can definitely hear the difference. And now we're gonna check if we can put on some reverb.
Track set group auto out input sense A inserts A in inserts A in on a second inserts on a second insert selector A menu 3 items check mark plugin check mark no insert plugin submenu I slash o plugin submit plugin sub.
So we just choose plugin and we will have
Dynamics submenu
some effects like delay, EQ and reverb.
Pitch
also.
reverb delay reverb submenu 2 items deverb mono you deverb mono.
We will
Press
choose
you are currently in a
deverb.
window. Plugin, deverb, audio 1. Track, preset, setting up, effect, target, but deverb, previous setting, next, plugin set, compare, auto play, FXTDM, edit view, plugin. In FXTD,
We have to interact with this X, I don't know how it's called actually. And now we have very, very much and very long reverb, so we will have to check if we can shorten it a bit and also make it a bit more dry.
100%. Wet/dry parameter. In parameter. 99, 96.
So usually if we want to do this, we just go down to like 30%
67.
of dryness. I don't know if it exists.
1%. 12%. 29%. 30%.
Okay, this is already
Out of parameter.
done. And now we can just
Whole. At large. Size parameter. You are current in parameter. Medium. Small. Medium.
yeah, we will just do medium.
Press. Large. Size parameter. Out of parameter.
Okay. And now we can already record, I think. Yay! Okay, let's check how it sounds. Yeah, I like this one. So now we can save this with Command S.
Save.
And we can go out of
Out of
this
FXTDM.
whole thing.
Compare. Predictor if close button. Now in empty mix. Joshua mix CassMae project insert selector A button. Out of inserts A. To in out of audio 1 audio track. In audio 1 audio size in out output centered.
Before we go out of the audio track, we just have to disable the record
AU.
button.
Track solo but armed. Track record press armed. Track record out of audio 1
So
audio.
that we don't record over this audio track.
Menu bar Apple.
And now we're
You are
gonna
currently on a
do
menu.
a backing voice.
Profile. Edit. View. Track. Track. Menu. New ellipsis. Command shift. New. New create. New tracks. Create one new mono audio track. It's can create button. Press quick mix. Joshua
Okay, so now we have audio 1 and audio 2.
mix Cass audio 1 audio 2 audio track. In audio 2 audio track.
Also,
Out 1 to 2. Input 2. Audio in menu 4 items.
here we have to put in another input.
No input. Interface. Submit. No input. You are current check mark. Input 2. Input 1. Mono. Press input
This
1.
one?
Mono. Input.
So that we can hear again that we are actually gonna record.
Out 1 to 2. Audio out of audio 2 audio 2 audio in audio size input 1. Audio input
Now-
path selector I/O. In out auto.
Oh, okay. Now we have to
To
do
interact
this
with item.
reverb thing again because it will sound very odd if there's no reverb. Now we can try it one more time. Yay! Okay. This was just really spontaneous. Yeah, I think that sounds kind of nice. So this is what it sounds like when all the tracks are recorded, and I can adjust the volume of those tracks with this fader port. I can turn up and down the volume of the instrument track and also of those 2 audio tracks which I recorded, but I'm just going to show you by playing this. You will hear the difference, so here we go. So the instrument track is very loud. We're gonna turn it down a bit. We're gonna turn down the first audio track now the second one. We can turn them up again. So just to experiment a bit. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you got interested also in the mashup, which I kind of recorded in a new way, which is already on my YouTube channel, then just feel free to have a look at it. If you have questions, as I said, please feel free to contact me. And yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching.
Thanks, Cassie, for these insights. Cassie is a really great singer and songwriter. Go check out her YouTube channel. You find the link in the description below. You see, it's about time that the big software companies think about us too. Due to what I mentioned before, it's obvious that I can't just start using new software or plugins. I need a few weeks or even months to get to know the surface, to develop a workflow and use it with confidence. And I just can't make much time besides my day job. I'm trying Reaper for some time already, but only make slow progress. And I know that I will have to hire people to help me with my work here on YouTube. I will edit my videos myself as long as possible, but at some point I will have to work with a professional editor. So, can you be a musician and YouTuber having low vision? Yes, but there are still some issues to be dealt with. Making this video was very important to me, because having low vision doesn't mean you can't see at all. Being blind doesn't mean you just sit around at home doing nothing. We also record music and edit videos. This should be obvious, as well as the accessibility of hard and software. Thank you for watching. You can support my work by hitting the like and the subscribe button and by becoming my patron. All of this is extremely important to make it possible for me to make videos in the long run. As always, we'll see us in the next video. Until then, keep grooving.